Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the breaking starting 11 show. QPR versus Everton Carabao Cup. We are about a minute or so away from finding out the Everton team for tonight. What are we expecting? We're expecting a complete different team, or are we thinking he's going to go with his strongest team? What? We're going to find out. We're going to find out in about a minute's time what we have gone for. I imagine he's gone for a bit of a mix of squad players and some players who started the weekend. And hopefully it will be enough to get us 3 points to get us the victory tonight into the next round of the Carabao Cup. The game is not on television in the UK. Once again, you will have to find... It is on around the world. There are alternatives. I believe it's on, but we'll have to wait and see. The team will be out in about 30 seconds or so stay tuned for that, and I'll let you know what it is. Hopefully it will come along that little ticker bar as well. Orange twirl. Always an orange twirl, Glenn. Very suspicious of people who don't like orange twirls, but double decker is good if you've only got. Here is the team: Begovic, Kenny, Holgate, Godfrey, Dean, Gomez, Davis, Townsend, Iwobi, Gordon, Rondon. I think I nearly got that team 100% right. I nearly got that team right. I was one player off, I think, for that side. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So it's Begovic. Hang on, give me 1 second. It is Begovic, Kenny, Holgate, Godfrey, Dean, Gomez, Davis, Townsend, Iwobi, Gordon, and Rondon. Hang on, I will get it up on the screen for you in about 10 seconds. Just give me a second. Let me know what you think of that team. I'm trying to do two things at once here. Yeah, Branthwaite was the only one, wasn't he? I went for Branthwaite. But obviously Dean's playing, so that's good. No Gabaman. The manager did say there wouldn't be a Gabaman. Gabaman would not be playing. Apologies if you can't quite see that team. Hang on. So that's the team right there. Begovic, Kenny. So obviously it'll be a flat back four with their Dean playing left back. Obviously Gomez, Davis, Townsend, Iwobi, Gordon, and Rondon. Bench: Keane, Allen, Gray, Decore, Branthwaite, and Sims. So there's enough on the bench there if we need it. If we need the likes of Gray to come off the bench, Decore to come off the bench. Hopefully Sims gets some time as well. That'd be nice if we could get ourselves in a nice, comfortable position to be able to bring them on. I will just find out the QPR team in a moment. It is, and literally none of these names mean anything to me, but Senny Diang, Albert Adonami, Rob Dickey, Jimmy Dunn, Quan Barnett, Sam McCallum, Don Ball, Andre Dozel, Elias Chair, Chris Whitlock, and Charlie Austin. I know Charlie Austin, obviously. Excuse me. Bit of a cold at the moment. I don't know whether that's their best 11 or that's not their best 11. But that is their 11 tonight. So Yeah, it's not too far. It's not too dissimilar from what I went for. I actually went for Branthwaite instead of Dean because I didn't think he'd play Dean, but he's playing Dean, so that's good. I think that's good. I'm quite happy with that. I don't think that's a bad side, to be fair. I think that should be a team capable of beating QPR tonight, if I'm perfectly honest. I think that team should be capable of beating QPR. And I think we've made enough changes there. So just seen a picture there of Richarlison on his way down to London on the train to watch Everton. That's boss. A lot of people saying about Luca Dean, does he deserve a rest? But this is the problem when you've got no other left back at the club. What can you do? What can you do? He's our only left back, and obviously Delph's out injured. He's playing Godfrey at centre back, so there isn't really much we can do in that position. He has to. If you're playing a flat back four, there's not much we can do at the moment. He has to play. He hasn't been in great form, so let's hope he has a good game. Let's hope that they all have a good game. But as I said, that team should be good enough to beat QPR tonight and get through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Big game for Anthony Gordon, I think, tonight. Big game for him. I think he has to do well tonight. I think he has to show that he's capable of being at the level to play against championship players. I think he has to be at that level. Jordan Pickford has got a shoulder problem. He's going to be out for a couple of weeks. They reckon probably be out till the international break. Excuse me. So he's out. That's what he's missing with. Richarlison's got a knee problem. Dom's got a quad problem. Seamus Coleman's got a hamstring problem, which he's had for about 3 years. I think we've got players on the bench who can come on and change the game, very much like they did in the last round when we had to make a few changes. So, as I said, big game for Gordon. If he can't mix it tonight with championship players, then when is he gonna? How are we gonna expect him to step up in the Premier League if he can't do it? And this is the problem we have, isn't it? This is the problem. Mina will just be rested tonight. This is the problem we have with this. We were talking about this before on Patreon on our live at 5. We have such a conundrum because this trophy always seems like one that we're capable of winning. So you can't really fill your team full of kids, or where other teams will. I mean, I imagine the likes of Liverpool and Man City and United will have a lot of young players in their squads. We can't really do that, which is a big problem for us, because how do you then give these kids a chance? How did he play? How are they going to get games? So for Anthony Gordon tonight, it's a big game. John Joe Kenny, it's a big game as well, because obviously he wasn't involved on Saturday. He came off the bench, but he didn't start the game. Now he'll be seeing himself as the backup right back. So he has to have he has to have a big game as well. He has to show that he's at the level. Mina, there won't be any problems with Mina, by the way. Just seen a couple of people there. Mina will just be rested, because we have 4 centre backs. So I wouldn't worry too much about Mina. Excuse me while I take a drink. Oh dear me. We shouldn't need Yerry Mina tonight. Absolutely not. We should have a team good enough to win the game. So we shouldn't need Yerry Mina tonight. If any QPR fans are watching, by the way, let me know about your lineup. Is that your strongest team? You've obviously got a game on Friday against West Brom. So have you rested players? Let me know in the comments. We do need to start giving more young players a chance, but at the expense of winning games. You know, that's the problem, isn't it? That's the conundrum we face. Yeah, but Mina will just be left out for a rest. Nothing more. Nothing. I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't think it was anything more than that. Don't forget, he got left out the last round as well. So it's not going to be anything to worry about. No, this is Italy. This is an Italy training top. I've got pretty much all the Italy training gear. Why don't the squads? We don't have the squad to fight on 3 fronts. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Steven says, "Hi, Ped. Let's have a good cup run. 2-0. Let's hope it's 2-0. I really hope. Be nice, wouldn't it? Be nice just to have a comfortable night. Just be really nice to have a comfortable night. And just get through." Excuse me. It's difficult to do this when you've got a bit of a cold. Holgate and Godfrey are Premier League players, and I'm sure we'll be asking for a start, point to prove, and happy Ben start to need game time. Absolutely right. Ben Godfrey has only played a game and a half, hasn't he? So he needs game time. Marty, Lewis Dobbin actually got injured last night, playing for the under-23s. Tommy, yes, Rafa did say Sims was not quite ready, but he's been on the bench last 2 games. He's on the bench tonight. Hopefully he gets a little bit of time tonight. The team is there. You can see it on the ticker. It's right there, if anyone's asking what the team is. Thing about it is, though, you need good players in your under-23s, and we've got a bit of a gap at the moment in our under-23s. There's a big gap between. They're all very young. They haven't started the season very well, but they are all young players. But it's how you give them experience. This has been the problem for Everton in the last 2-3 years. We just don't seem to be able to bridge that gap between the under-23s and the first team, and it's a real problem. It's a real problem, but you know, we have been buying younger players. I mean, obviously Kenny come through. Holgate, we bought young. Davis came through. So, you know, if you look at them in the squad, Gordon obviously came through. But these players have got to start making a big difference. This is our first James Rodriguez comment of the night. I don't think it really matters whether James is match fit or not. He's trying to. He's not. He's trying to leave the club, isn't he? So I don't think it really matters. He's leaving the club, so it doesn't really matter. At the moment. The young lad from Tommy, the young lad from Sunderland, apparently is very, very good. We've basically got him the same. It's funny because I was reading the article on Sunderland's website, and it just sounds like exactly the same as Thierry Small, how he left us. Basically, when they get to 17, they have to sign a contract, and before that, they can basically leave whenever they want. Clubs have to pay a fee for them, and basically we got him the same way as how Thierry Small felt like he couldn't get in, even though he'd probably be starting tonight. And we got the young lad. Supposed to be very, very good, very, very good. That's the team. If you've missed it, the bench is Lonergan, Keane, Allen, Gray, Decore, Branthwaite, Sims. So pretty strong bench. Decore and Gray could come on and make a massive difference, I think. So again, if any QPR fans, and there are QPR fans in the comments, let me know whether that's a strong side for you tonight. I mean, there's no point just writing QPR. I mean, I know you're a QPR fan, but is that your strongest side tonight, or have you made changes? Have you rested players? I'd love to know in the comments if you could, rather than just writing QPR. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time here, to be fair. That again, yeah. Glenn says, what is the best case scenario for John Kenny tonight? Could have a world class performance on Forces Wet. Well, he could. I mean, I don't know if you could have a world class performance against QPR, but he needs to start showing that he's ready to play. Harry, in the comments, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to block you unless you let me know whether your team is strong or not, because otherwise I'll just block you, because otherwise you're just wasting me time. So I'm going to give you about 5 seconds to give me something sensible, otherwise I'll just block you, because that's just that easy. So yeah, see you, Harry, you absolute ming. It's just that easy. This is what's that funny. You can just do that. It doesn't really matter. You ask for some sensible comments, and you get nothing. That's simple. Edward, I do think Branthwaite could be a starter in the future. Zach says that's our resis, but we will still slap you lot. I mean, all right, Zach, you've got a name like a bad wrestler, but fair enough. Jack says, with the lineup being announced, are you confident? I'm never really confident about Everton ever. We'll just see what happens. See how we start. I think we've got to get out of the blocks quite quick tonight, and make sure we don't give up anything stupid. And if we do that, then I think at the end of the day, it's about putting the ball in the back of the net, isn't it? I got one player wrong. I put Branthwaite in instead of Dean, because I wasn't sure whether he'd play Dean. The game is not on TV in the UK. You will have to find other ways of watching it. I'm sure if you go, I'm sure someone in the comments might tell everyone how they can watch the game. I don't know. Be nice if someone did, wouldn't it? Someone says, why do people insist on loving James, Ped? Do you know what? Because he's a really good player, and I think people feel hard done by that. They've never got to see him, and we know he's a really good player. But ultimately, ultimately he doesn't fit the plan, and it's sad. And I feel sad that it hasn't worked. Um, but you've just got to get on with it. I think we've got to stop making division in the club. We've got to stop, having favourites and just all start pulling in the same direction. Otherwise, the club's not going to go anywhere. Ultimately, if we're all in fighting and we're all taking sides, and some people are for the manager and some people are against them, why can't we all just get behind the manager, knowing that he's the Everton manager, and hope that we win games of football? Glenn, you're absolutely right, mate. That's spot on. James Rodriguez, whether you like him or not, will not be in Everton playing much longer, I imagine. And then we have to just move on. Fair enough. Branthwaite, who's that? That's Steve, saying he's naturally right-footed. He's a good player. I do like him. I think he just needs games. Are people actually asking us whether they're on? We're not on television. Marty's Ped, do you see Davis as a right back? No, mate. I just see him as a number 6. And we go from there. I don't think he's got the ability to get up and down the pitch that you need nowadays to be a right back. I think he could be an old-fashioned right back, like a Tony Hibbert, but surely we want a right back who can get up and down. Who's a bit of a flyer. Chris says, really hope we get to see Sims come off the bench tonight. Yeah, me too. Craig says, if you could give 3 names from the youngsters not given a chance yet, who do you think? None of them, mate, because I think all the youngsters are all 17 and 18. And I don't think they've all got the under 23s team is very young. They were basically gutted to allow younger players to come through. So I don't think there's too many of them ready yet. And the ones maybe that are have had injuries. So, and we know Ellis Sims is coming back from an injury himself. So I don't think there's too many you could actually say should be in and around the team. Sean, I've just got a cold, mate. Just got a cold. It's right in my nose there. No, I'm not doing a watch along because I can barely talk. So I'm definitely not doing a watch along. I probably shouldn't be like talking at all. But yeah, so that's the team. Begovic, Kenny at right back, Holgate and Godfrey centre backs, Dean left back, Gomez, Davies, Townsend, Awobi, Gordon and Rondon. There you go. Right, I'm going to go get myself ready for the match. Bit of medication in there as well. And then I'll be back straight after the game to talk about whatever's happened. So I will see you all after the game. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you give this video a like. And join us on Patreon for more exclusive videos. See you all later. I'd go, but it won't let me go. There you go. It's the side that it doesn't want to let me go.